What's up guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here, bringing another World of Tanks video. For those of you that are new here, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and for my regular viewers and subscribers, hello, welcome one and all. And today I'm doing a little live review. This kind of makes a change, and I shall be reviewing the AMX1390 Tier 8 French Scout, part of the French Scout line leading up to the Batchat, the Tier 10 Batchat. And this tank is part of the AMX series, Tier 6, Tier 7, and this is the final AMX tank, Tier 8 AMX1390. After this, basically, you're going to be moving up to the Lorraine, the Tier 9 Lorraine, which is actually classified as a medium tank. Basically, pretty much the same tank as this, but bigger, better, faster, a bigger gun, etc, etc. But yes, indeed, lemon squeezy, I'm about to move on to the Lorraine, so I thought I'd do a quick review of the AMX1390. I mean, these three tanks in the AMX series are very similar. The only difference with this tank here, the AMX1390, is that pardon me, is that you get the 90mm gun. You get the 90mm gun, as you can see, the 90mm gun, and it's as you can see, rate of fire 6.17. See, there's something in that's not in the stats I'm going to talk about in a minute. 170 pen, okay, damage 240, so it kind of doubles in damage compared to the 75mm or the 75mm 135. The 75mm heavily featured on the Tier 6 and the Tier 7 of the AMX series. Here in Tier 8, you start off with the 75mm, but you're eventually given the 90mm. You're eventually given the 90mm, and what a big, beautiful gun. I mean, you know, it's like a autoloader, 6 rounds in the chamber. As you can see, 170 pen, damage 240, aiming time 3, so that's lousy, accuracy 0.37, and what it doesn't say in the stats that it takes 40 seconds to reload. Now, initially, I thought this was because of the fact that my train wasn't fully crewed when I initially rolled out in this thing. But even after the train was, the crew was fully trained, the loading time only went down by I think a smidgen, like a couple of seconds. So you do need to take that 35 to 40 second reload time into consideration, and it's almost like using the Death Star when it comes to, you know, using your shells. You want to use them wisely. You want to be smart about using your shells. Yes, you've got 6 in the chamber, but once they're gone, it's 40 seconds. It's 40 seconds. And literally, the way I've been treating this tank is, you know, get shots on target, shots on target, shots on target. Don't try long range. You know, medium range is okay, but it's definitely, you know, close range, etc, etc. Don't long range. You're just gonna fail. You're just gonna miss. And but when it's reload time, when that 40-second reload time kicks in, just think of yourself as a scout. You're just a scout. You're there to scout for your team, and don't think of yourself as useless or worthless or anything like that. And don't think, okay, I'm reloading, I need to go and hide in my, you know, in my tank or anything like that, because at the end of the day, you are a scout. You're a Tier 8 scout, and you're going to be in those big games a lot of times, like with this tank, Tier 9, Tier 10 games. And even if your gun was fully loaded, you know, the pen, that's nothing spectacular, 170. And so you're predominantly a scout. You know, that is your role. Take out the smaller scouts whenever you can. You know, T-71s, chaffies, you know, stuff like that. And mediums, you know, mediums, flank them, get them in the rear, etc, etc, and just assist your teammates. in spotting the targets, lighting up the targets, and all of that good stuff. That's what you do. You're a scout. 300 horsepower engine, so it's a very, very quick tank. I believe it gets up to 65 if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look at this in a second. Let's have a look. Let's have a look actually. Yeah, 64 kilometers per hour, acceleration 350, rotation 40 degrees. You know, that's not bad. View range 400, etc., etc. And as you can see, I don't have HE loaded. I mean, it's going to take you 40 seconds to reload. What's the point? I'm sure HE ammo, OE, what does that say? OAM, whatever. HE ammo will come in handy, you know, sometimes, somewhat. But the thing is, you got 40-second reload. You know, when your gun's loaded with a certain type of ammo, it's got loaded with a certain type of ammo. So you got 36 shells. I would advise you to do as I've done. One clip of premium, the rest just standard. And you do get an increase of 6 shells with this tank. I believe in the previous tank, I think so, you only had 30 shells. But either ways, you have 36 shells. And as you can see, I've installed spore liner to reduce the risk from or to reduce damage from artillery. Enhanced gun lane drive, that reduces your aim time, and improved vents, that increases 5% for all your crew skills, etc., etc. So everything pretty much is about the, you know, the gun and improving the gun, and you're gonna be, because you're moving around so fast in this thing, you do run the risk of running into enemy tanks. You know, you're spinning around them, etc., etc. And plus, Artie, you know, Artie likes to, you know, even though you're a quick, fast, nimble tank, you know, they're always going to try and take out the scouts, etc., etc. But anyhow, this is my advice for using equipment. Use this equipment. And don't forget your larger consumables, you know, your premium consumables. Check out the ops. I've got over 100, I think, first aid kits and 100 large repair kits. You know, these things are, you know, come in really handy, you know. Absolutely, yes indeed, lemon squeezy. So a fantastic little tank. Very quick, very nimble. Got that 90mm gun. Be smart when using your ammo on this thing, and because of that 40-second reload speed. And remember that when you reload your gun, it does not mean that you need to go and hide and while your gun is reloading. Be a scout. Remember, I always say, you know, there's a fine line being in a crappy scout and dying and being reckless, and etc., etc., and pushing the envelope, you know, almost reaching that, you know, line where you get blown up, where you get blown to smithereens. You know, you don't be reckless as a scout. Just be a scout. You got to risk your life. If you blow up, I think it's if you get destroyed, it's about 9,000 silver coins you lose. So it's not the end of the world if you get blown up. At the end of the day, you know, you're there to, you know, win the game for your team, assist your team in achieving that victory, etc., etc. And as you can see, I've loaded up my tank with a nice little chili pepper emblem. Very nice. And I named my tank Lorraine. I haven't got a clue why I named it Lorraine. Maybe because subconsciously, you know, I wanted the next tank in line, which is the Lorraine, leading onto the bat chat. Hope you guys enjoyed my little live tank review, and I thought I'd knock this one out the park real quick, because I've done very in-depth reviews of the 12T and the 1375, and this tank is very similar. I think this tank is actually identical to the 1375. It's just you get the 90mm. So I thought I'd live comment. Good to go. I'm going to leave you with me live coming in some gameplay in my AMX 1390. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you on the battlefield. Second thoughts. I'm not going to live comment because we're going to just show some highlights of me, my AMX 1390, and kind of the best of, you know, how to use the tank, etc, etc. You can see me being a nasty little so-and-so here, tracking that TD over and over again. But yeah, I'm going to showcase how to use this tank. And as you can see, look at me, where am I? I'm behind the heavies. I'm not up front, I'm not exposing my tank, I'm behind my heavies, and that's what you need to be doing. You got paper thin armor. Don't let any focus, any kind of attention from the bad guys be drawn towards you. You know, allow your heavies, you know, to take the brunt of the bad guys unloading their guns. You yourself, you know, stay well back, and as soon as you're kind of spotted or detected, you know, it's time to get the hell out of dodge and watch his gun. E50, trying to get some shots in, and his gun points towards me, and I decide, okay, that's it, it's time for me to leave, time for me to get the hell out of dodge. And a perfect example of what you can do in this quick little French tank, you know, get behind the enemy, you know, take advantage of your speed, all a loader, get those kills, you know, mopping up, great tank for mopping up. And it's very important, auto aim. I haven't mentioned this, but it's so important to auto aim in this tank, because it's you're multitasking to the max in this tank, and because of that, you wanna kind of drop one task, so to speak, and that's the aiming. So if you auto aim, you're good to go, kind of thing. You're good to go. Because of the fact you auto aim, and then you can just concentrate on the movement of your tank, you know, on this, where you're going, how you're flanking, you know, you're circling the bad guy, etc, and so auto aim, and your shots will miss, and that's a sacrifice, you know, you're just gonna have to make, so to speak, because if you try to aim and circle a bad guy at the same time, I mean, of course, yes, it's possible and all of that good stuff, but at the same time, you know, you're using up extra time to do that. And in World of Tanks, it's all about those tiny little moments, and you know, in a blink of an eye, in a millisecond, you're just about to pull that trigger and they kill you, you know. So in World of Tanks, it's, you know, it's all about, you know, quick, you know, as fast as you can. And you saw me there, I was just auto aiming, and I was just concentrating on my movement, avoiding, you know. And take a look at the scoreboard here. This is very important, you know, because of the fact that you are such a small tank, and you're, you know, you're tier 8, and you're in those big games, tier 9, tier 10. If you do well, you'll find yourself, you know, on top of the table, kind of thing. You're gonna come out on top. You will, absolutely. And this is kind of funny. It's a quick demonstration of me on Prokhorovka, and as you can see, you know, I don't stop. I pretty much don't stop. Yeah, actually, this is the first time I'm watching this, and it is kind of funny. But you stop, you die, you know. And especially like on Prokhorovka, it kind of showcases, you know, I don't get, I think, I'm not sure how many kills or how much damage or etc, but you can't forget the fact that, you know, you really are a scout. Look at hello. You really are a scout, and you're a scout for your team. And especially this kind of showcases, you know, when you cross the middle ridge line in Prokhorovka, it's very difficult for you to get shots on target, because you have very poor gun depression. So in order for you to get shots on target, you really have to, you know, get up on that ridge, you know, stop, aim in, and you saw me there zooming in. I didn't auto aim there, and or you have to push over the dip, you know, push over the middle ridge, so to speak. But nice, very quick. And I see we're kind of losing the game, so I decide, you know what, I'm going to cap the base. I'm going to cap the base and make the enemy pull back to me, you know, back towards me. And they do, but it doesn't work out, you know, it doesn't work out. I do eventually, kablam, I'll get killed. But you saw that, you know, I don't stop. Different maps, again, #1 spot. We lost, but #1 spot. But different maps call for different tactics. You know, sometimes you're a scout, you know, sometimes you know, you this, you that. But definitely, you know, remember you got horrible, nasty armor, you know, that does not protect you at all. And take a look at this, you know, I saw up ahead the bad guys. And what do I decide to do? I decide I'm going to flank all the way around, and flank the bad guys from the rear, and enable my team to push forward. And take a look at this. I went all the way around, and here casually take out the ISA. I do get a shot. I'm only on 2 hit points. But look at my team. They're pushing forward. You know, that's what you are. You're a enabler. But this is very interesting. Same game, only 2 hit points. Tortoise up ahead. And, you know, I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to wait for my team. You need to use your team. It's so important to use your team because of your terrible armor. You know, you cannot lead the charge. You cannot push forward. I mean, take a risk here and there. Absolutely push the envelope. You're a scout. You have to come close to dying without dying. And like I said, you know, it's not the end of the world if you do die, etc., etc. But look, I'm here. I'm just waiting for him to take his shot. Waiting. And there he goes. He's taking his shot, and I can move up. He's a TD. He can only face forward. I'm going to take advantage of that. I know he's taking his shot. We're good to go. And, you know, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, you know, when it does work out like this, you know, you will die in this tank, you know, and in all of the light scout tanks, you know, I was dying quite often, but that's not the end of the world as long as you kind of enable your team, you know, to win and and help out with the victory. And if you die, you die, you know. Auto aim. See right there, if I had zoomed in, you know, manually, it would have taken an extra millisecond. And he would have taken me out, you know, for sure. You know, never mind the fact that I'm on 2 hit points. But if I had zoomed in manually, no, it just wouldn't have panned out. It wouldn't have worked. And right now, I'm just being patient. I'm gonna be patient. Nope. Didn't let it zoom in. He fires. Okay, we're good to go. Again, just like the tortoise, he's fired. I can now unload. And he knows it, and I know it. And we're good to go. We can chase him down, take him out, help out my team, and he gets taken out by my teammate. So we're good to go. Absolutely. The very cool little bits and bobs with this tank. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, you're a scout. Use your team. Remember, you got terrible armor. So, you know, take those risks, but don't be foolish at the same time. Fantastic little tank. Next in line is the Lorraine, the medium. It is actually classified as a medium, but it's pretty much not. You know, it is classified as a medium. It's pretty much a larger upgraded version of this tank, you know, and it is just a big old scout tank. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed my review of the AMX 1390. I've had a blast. I've had a blast going up this tank line, onwards and upwards to the bat chat. Take it easy, guys. Adios, muchachos.